Hello and welcome to the Guy Coffee podcast for the DC20 Unlocked series, brought to you by DriveCentric. For more information or to get signed up for the next DC20 event, go to DriveCentric.com.
Let's brew! Hey, what's going on, solutionaries out there? What is happening? This is another episode of DC20 Unlocked, brought to you by our good friends over at DriveCentric. Check them out at www.drivecentric.com. They're bringing tons of solutions, and we're going to talk about a few of those today. But not only are we going to talk about it today, but we're going to bring in the one, the only, Steve Roessler. What's up, brother?
Just checking it out here, baby.
He's digital right now. I love it. This is Live with Drive, and we got the one, the only Steve Roessler. Excited to have you on the show today. Excited to talk about what's coming up and what's brewing with you guys over at DriveCentric right now. You guys have had a heck of a year. I know that this first quarter going into the second quarter, you guys were tons of momentum after leaving NADA and just bringing all that energy there. And of course, I saw what was happening at the booth. I know that this next quarter has been phenomenal. You guys are just growing like crazy, but because you're growing, you're not going to just sit and rest on your laurels. You guys are
no, baby. Okay. That'd be like big company mentality, baby. We don't do that. We don't let the product just stay flat. My gosh. Yeah, no, ADA was like the birth of that augmented intelligence marketing. I think really on the sales side, we've been getting a lot of great feedback on that from the whole team and just getting dealers to embrace something that's new. Conversational marketing, that is, everybody's so used to having a filter going out there and saying, I want to go look at these customers in an equity position. I'm going to target those and see what kind of results we get. What about the customers that aren't in equity? Do we just forget about those? Not even think of those as opportunities, Fred? What do you think?
No, I think that everyone is eventually going to buy a vehicle, whether they buy one from you now. So I want everyone's an opportunity. So yeah, I want to speak to everyone that I possibly can and at least keep a carrot inside their bag. This way they know who I am and when to come see me when it's the right time. So I love what you're talking about here, bro.
Yeah. And you know what? I'll tell you what, I don't want to downplay this for sales or BDC or anything like that. It's just everybody's so busy. Dealers are trying to do more with less. And I think the dealerships have a responsibility to brand their dealership. Salespeople, as we know, they come and go. But artificial intelligence won't. And that's going to be the brand. It's like the flow of Progressive Insurance or Janet Toyota. So it's one of those things where I think the dealerships are now, when they see it in action, they realize from a marketing perspective, it's keeping that database they have in tune with their store, which I think is great. And we're seeing great results with it. It's still being adopted, but still we're doing a lot of education on the new concept of that augmented intelligence marketing piece for sure.
I think it's great that you're doing that. When you're talking about AIM, which I love the acronym, I think it's a great thing for people to have a target, right? And to be able to aim at it. It's really cool. I think augmented intelligence is, to me, a better way of looking at how we can use artificial intelligence to work side by side of what we're doing. So you guys are doing a great job with that. And I love that you guys are going in that direction and trying to speak that language, because it's important that we keep people involved.
Yeah. Here's the thing is people are so in the auto industry transactional. That's what we're doing. The difference is conversational versus transactional. So if it was your birthday, Fred, let's be honest, you probably went out there, you saw a birthday task. Now, maybe it wasn't you, Fred, because you're super Fred. All right. But most Freds would go out there and say, happy birthday, Fred. Hope you're having a great day.
Yeah.
And what the customer's going to say, thank you. End of conversation. Not how's little Johnny doing? How's Lou doing? How's your wife doing? Yeah. To create that conversation leads to a potential opportunity. But again, it warms up the database just in a real friendly way. And again, you just got to believe that conversations lead to positive results.
They do. I think that if we're always top of mind and we're speaking and not pushing things on them, but we're speaking to them at their terms when we think is best for them, and we're not overly doing it, but we're doing it at the right time, which is why augmented intelligence is important, because it helps us not pick and choose. We get to actually use real data, which data doesn't lie to us. And it helps us be able to make that a little bit more efficient, and actually a lot more efficient than if we just guessed. So I love that.
Well, and it's soft too. You don't go in there with a head trash like, I don't want to reach out to this customer. The AI doesn't have feelings. It just reaches out. It has no, and that's the best part about it. But the whole idea is we want to tee up conversations that develop into warm leads, warm opportunities, and for salespeople, have humans hand it off. So far, it's working great. We're seeing good results from the stores, both from the branding perspective and then obviously opportunities and service. Really a lot of good things.
It's obviously, yes. And that's something that you guys have been doing since the very beginning of DriveCentric, right? Tell everybody really quick. You've been on the show before, but I just want, in case anybody's never seen you, I don't know how that's possible, but in case they haven't, tell everybody a little bit more about who you are, what you do, and how long you've been there.
Yeah, I came on board about 9.5 years ago now. Almost, it'll be 10 years in October. It's hard to believe, a decade, man. Crazy. But yeah, no, DriveCentric started up about 12 years ago. And I came on board with 35 rooftops. Proud to say we're 1,700 today. And yeah, with AI, we've been doing AI for over 10 years now. And it's just like, it's amazing. The technology is like what the iPhone has gone through with their cameras, the memory and all that stuff. The iPhone just keeps better and better and better. And that's exactly how AI technology is evolving. But the program itself, whether it's a CRM or the video and now live streaming, and we're going to talk about Portal, we're going to talk about AIM, we already talked about, but we just keep adding more products so the dealer doesn't have to go into so many different windows on Chrome. They can manage it in almost one platform. It's great.
And that's what's amazing. That's what I think I hate even using the word CRM, even though that's what makes people recognize what it is, but it's beyond that. It's more than that. It's above and beyond. It's so much inclusive. And I know as you guys grow, you're going to keep making it better and better and better and more. And it's already user friendly. But I think that what I love again is that as times change, user friendly does change too. So people, what they expect is going to change. So I love that you guys make it even the way it looks, so much fun, right? And I love that. And you're talking about Portal. That's something new that's getting ready to happen. Tell everybody a little bit more about that.
Yeah, Portal, that was something that came out. NADA was doing a lot of education about security, right? Security of documents and customers' information. Dealership maintain a driver's license in their current database securely, or pay stubs. Right now, they got to get it. They got to take copies of it, shred it. A driver's license, for example. Now we created the secure portal where, just like, I don't know if you use a financial advisor or anything, but anytime you got to do something securely, usually they give you a portal. And it's very simple. You could actually take a picture of it from your phone, upload it. Very simple, very secure. But I think this is great for the dealers to promote, to let their customers know we're keeping your information secure. And that's really nice. Right now, we are treating it like a nice little file cabinet, and they can put whatever they want inside this portal. But I think more importantly, the security of it is going to be huge for the dealerships, no doubt.
Massive, massive, massive. I've been hearing horror stories about some dealers and just millions of dollars of fines and fees that they have to pay because of the security that they've had at their store, how they've been keeping customers' information. And when somebody comes in and inspects, I would almost venture to say that over 90% of you dealers right now would have issues. Even if it's something small, you didn't even realize you're doing something wrong. There's going to be something that comes up. So getting together with the team over at DriveCentric and really sitting down with them and having the security, knowing that from this point on, every time we get a driver's license, every time we get a pay stub, anything that has information that is secure for a customer, especially, that we have a place to put it where it's secure and it's there and stored. So it's not a lost document either, which is even better. Think about that even for funding purposes, finance managers out there and anybody who's in charge of that, like thinking about having your documents in one place where you can go pull them anytime. And because to Steve's point, banks have already been doing it. We've been sending stuff onto banks' portals, such as driver's licenses and things like that. But yet we didn't do it on our side because we weren't being regulated like banks are. Well, guess what? We are getting regulated like banks are now. So portal is right on.
Everybody heard this. Seriously, man, blast us out. Because NADA did we got a ton of phone calls. It was like 2 years ago. NADA did a big webinar on it. And we were being asked, we're like, is this coming down the pipe? It's not here today, but it's coming. And so we got our developers together and they started looking at ways we can do it. And it just takes time to build, but it's just so glad it's here today to protect the dealer.
It is. And it's because, once again, it's because you guys are thinking like, okay, we got to make sure our dealers are secure. They have something that makes them feel better. And it's a great add-on to our product that was simple to do and add in there and make it way more efficient for the customer, for the salesperson, for the management, and for the owner of the store. And for the lenders. So I love this. It's all inclusive. I love that stuff. We've talked about AIM, folks, and AIM is an important thing, augmented intelligence marketing, making sure that your people are being talked to, your customer base is being talked to when they should be talked to. But let's talk about the service hub. This is something new.
Yeah.
I'm curious about this. Tell us a little bit more about this service.
It's been a long time coming, but yeah, we're going in different phases with all these products. So Portal, we're in that phase 1. There's a lot to come still with Portal, but even in the service, many of the communication that is going on, many of the dealers are using external community like texting platforms, could be video platforms, but we're connected to the DMS, so you can get the open ROs, closed ROs. But right now, you can communicate 100% with your customers in Drive. So it's really nice. You're going to do that 5-point inspection video. You got it in Drive. And I mean, that right there, that's a great missing piece. It's not the end all do all, but I will tell you, just keeping the communication in sync in one place. Even service people can mention, we have a mentioning tool. They can communicate with the salespeople or vice versa. Hey, I got a lead, and their DriveCentric now becomes an internal communication tool for both sales and service, but now externally for both sales and service. So really excited about that.
I'm very excited about that too. I was waiting for that to happen. I knew you guys were going to do it, and boom, here it is. Right? And this is just the beginning stages, folks. I want every one of y'all to know this is just starting. So it's just going to keep getting better and better and better, just like everything else that they do and any other offerings that they bring. It's just going to keep getting stronger as you dealers bring your input in from using it. The more we learn. That's what I love about the DC20 events that we have, folks. The next one's in Nashville. Please be there if you can. It's going to be phenomenal. We're going to have some really fun times down there. I can't wait.
And you don't even know, I know this, Fred, but I've got a special surprise I hooked up in. So, it's a special guest speaker. Ooh. I will tell you, played in the NFL. He was in a Super Bowl. That's all I'll say. So it's going to be pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about this one. And that's our first time bringing somebody like that level to come to our event. I usually go to NADA for that, but resident here in Nashville, so I got to meet him, have dinner with him, and anyway, I'm pretty pumped up for that. But it's going to be a good work hard, play harder event for sure. So,
and Steve, right? So to be able to have a place that we can all go and Steve show us around and just have a good time. But I'm going to tell you, that is a pretty cool little feature. That's a sneak peek, folks. If you can guess who that is, I'll tell you what, if anybody can email me, put it in the comments here as the show goes on, even if you see this on a replay.
Yeah, I want to hear guesses.
Yes. If you bring the guesses, and by the time it happens and we announce who the actual speaker is, if you guessed it right, I'll send you a Guy Coffee hat. So make sure you guys put some comments in there. I want to make sure you get something.
I'll do a DriveCentric hat on top of that, baby. They need 2 hats. Maybe some socks. I'll get some socks too.
The socks, hey, folks, I have 4 pair and I wear them all the time. They're great. I am officially live with Drive.
Yeah, and look, the speakers, we got some new speakers coming in. Real excited to have 5-star Ford, my buddy William Mills. He's going to be coming in. He's got some really hot topics, some good data points that he likes to share. Just all the speakers we bring in are always great, but it's always good to highlight some of the new ones. And it'll be a fun event for sure.
I've been blessed enough to go to the last 3 of them, and I absolutely love going to the DriveCentric DC20 events. I want all you all to know they're phenomenal. The dealers that come there are excited about what they're doing. They're excited to share, and more importantly, they're excited to learn. And Steve, got to tell you, buddy, you do a great job hosting those. The way that you bring the energy from the moment they get off the bus, high-fiving everybody, bringing in that fun with it. They just know it's going to be a good time, to the way that you go out and you show people, whether you're in St. Louis or in Nashville, right? Wherever you're at, you always make sure that everyone's having a good time, Steve. So kudos to you for that. You do a great job with that. And your team, you got a great team, bro. You really do.
Great. It really is. There's a lot of people that work behind the scenes and make this event possible. And it's a lot of work. You got to get the speakers. And it's interesting. I was talking to somebody just that we were prospecting on Drive, and they said, hey, is DC20 only for DriveCentric people? Because really it's not. We always encourage people to learn. I would say probably 90% of the folks are on Drive, but if it is a product you're considering, or you just want to get better, there's a lot of good data points that our speakers speak to. So if you're not a DriveCentric store, it's okay. You're a general manager, you're a GSM or an internet director or marketing director.
Right.
And I tell everybody is we want to make the industry better. Obviously, we'd love to have you. If you're willing to learn, it's a great event for you. And more importantly, to network, to learn what progressive stores are doing.
That's it. Because it's really cool, because as good as everyone is at DriveCentric, even the creators, even the ones who actually do the coding and all that stuff, they're phenomenal, but it's the users that make it special. right? So when you come in and you hear, because we can tell you on our side, like even me, like I tell you, oh, DriveCentric's phenomenal. It does this or that. But when you hear from somebody actually using it, that has having success at their store, and they're using it in a different way than everyone else is using it, is what you find at these places, which is really cool. You just really find unique ways to be more efficient, or maybe look outside the box differently, because every one of these dealers are so different. They're not just regular car people. Not everyone. Some of them come from a different world and they look at the CRM differently. So it's neat. I love it. I think it's phenomenal. And then like Steve said, we work hard and we learn hard, but we play even harder, and that's what makes it even more fun for me. Like I enjoy the after. It's straight what you would expect. It's a mini conference, but man, I'm telling you, it's more togetherness because of how exclusive and how it's. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people there, folks. You guys are almost hitting almost 100 dealers the last one you had. It was crazy. Like I was like, whoa. A lot of people showed up, and that was right there in St. Louis. And I love that you've seen more and more growth with that, because people are coming. I know I have 2 or 3 people coming to this next one in Nashville that are not currently with DriveCentric, but they want to be, and they need to learn more so that they can. I told
Tony coming, baby. I know Tony,
right? He's got Tony and Tony Duran, 2 different general managers at 2 different stores, right? And he's bringing his service leader over all the stores, right? So they're coming to check this out. I'm excited because I know that they're going to see the value in it. And Tony, if you're watching this, Tony Lucas, I know you jump in on a lot of these shows, and Duran, it's worth paying for both CRMs if you have to, because you're going to make more money with this one. Just going to say that straight up.
Hey, keep your bow and arrow at home, and I don't want to get shot.
He's a cowboy. He's gonna fit right in with his boots and his hat.
He's a sniper. He's arrowing, man. Hey, and the one thing I will say that's always fun that I personally enjoy, it's always after the event when I hear people connect after the event. I think that it's great to put on a good event, but when you know you're doing it to connect people across the country with one another, like stores, like people, that to me is when you're doing something special out there in the industry. So anyway, that I just want to make sure that it's not just you're there to learn, you're taking it back. And the DriveCentric stores that are power users, they take their own time to go out there and help you if you're actually going to implement something that they are doing at their store. So they're there to help. So they will.
Even after hours, they'll sit with you at the hotel bar and educate you. I'm not playing. This is how it goes down.
Over a Moscow Mule or something.
That's exactly. And a lot of times it's the best. We learn best there sometimes, my friends, right? Some of the best, most honest answers are given to you at that moment. So just know that it's a lot of fun. I love what's happening there. Like I said, I love what's going on, period, at DriveCentric. But it all starts from the top. You work for some really amazing owners of that company, but they put a lot of power inside you because they believe in what you're doing. You are a great ambassador to DriveCentric. And I know that I love your title, right? I love the title because it's exactly who you are. But dude, you're so much more than that, Steve. You're bigger than, to me, and I love DriveCentric, but you're bigger than DriveCentric, brother. You are an amazing person. You're somebody that I love feeding off your energy, and I love seeing that energy. And I know anywhere I go and you're there, it's going to be a good time.
Well, you and Lou we've been buds for a while now.
Yeah,
and
we have.
I always think about when I get started in this industry, just the people who didn't ignore me, because everybody's been there, been that FNG, so to speak. And again, there were a lot of people I can always think of that helped me get to where we are. It was 9.5 years in the automotive industry. There were a lot of good friendships over the years I can just think about to get to where we're at today. So I appreciate that. You're awesome too. You and Lou, love you both, man.
Yeah, man. I know, folks, just so you guys know, normally Lou would be on the show with me, but Lou is right now in Arizona. He's with a dealer that we're currently working with that we're getting ready to sign up with DriveCentric soon.
Oh, cool.
We're trying to get them to the 50 cars a month mark. And we started with them right around that 20, and looks like they're getting ready to do it. Last month they did high 40s.
Let's go.
Now we're getting ready to hit 50s. Once we get to 50s, that's when it opens up to being able to bring even more opportunities for them. And that includes having DriveCentric inside of their dealership. So I'm excited for them to have that tool. I'm excited for so many other folks. I've actually, if you don't know, most people who know me, if you ask me what CRM, I'm going to tell you right now, DriveCentric. But if you ask me why, I can give you multiple reasons. But the number one reason I'll tell you to go to DriveCentric is the people.
Absolutely.
And the technology is top notch. Everything is there. But the people, they kill any other CRM in the business by far, in any business, in my opinion.
And I got to plug really our support team. I'm trying to do this. I got to make sure I do it. Maybe I'm going to start doing it on the front side instead of the back side, because the support team behind the scene is the bomb. Everybody right now in automotive, I hear a lot of these big companies, it's support's terrible. I'm waiting on the phone an hour. That's not what you get with us. We may be perceived as a bigger company. I think we operate, though, with a small company mentality, which is what you want at a dealership level, in my opinion. So just got to plug them because they're the bomb.
Big plug to them. And I think any dealership that's involved with you would do the same plug. They love them. I don't think I've had a person who didn't like their pods, didn't like anybody that was working there in support. Everything is always quick, to the point, very efficient in giving you answers and solutions as soon as they possibly can. They make it a priority the moment it happens. So great job over there, guys. Yeah, no doubt about it. But folks, we've talked about some cool stuff today. I hope you guys got some great information. I know this show is probably a little bit shorter than normal, but we have less people on the show than normal. And Steve and I are very proficient at what we do. So that's what
right, baby. Less with more. Just say what you got to say. Get out.
That's my dude. I love you for it, Steve, so much. But we talked about AIM, augmented intelligence marketing, folks. If you want to learn more, www.drivecentric.com. Reach out to Steve. You can reach out to me or Lou. We are always there to help you guys get connected with the right people. Of course, DriveCentric is the right people. I'm telling you. We talked about the portal. Folks, this is something that you guys, everybody should be looking for this solution, even if you don't have their CRM. You need to have secure documents, period, hands down, unless you're ready to lose your dealership, because that could happen to you. I'm going to tell you, I know somebody who just wrote a $2 million check. Luckily, they're able to keep their doors open. $2 million check, and it started at $10 million. Just so you all know, be careful, get on portal. And then we talked about the service hub, which is the next level, which is going to extend your dealership to having more communication. I love it. I love the idea that salespeople and service directors or service managers, any of them can communicate. Now you can say, hey, you got a customer showing up that you sold a car to that has an issue. Maybe you should come talk to them. And then it's dope. I think it's amazing. I love what's going on. I love everything about what's going on in DriveCentric. But I'm telling you this right now, folks, you need to make it to DC20 in Nashville. Even if you're not connected with them yet, I'm going to say yet, because everyone's eventually going to be connected with them. Even if you're not connected with them yet, this will bring you some education. It could even help you use your second notch CRM a little better. So
hey, Fred, let me hear you say, before we get off here, let me hear you say, do the live with Drive imitation. Say, are you ready to go live with Drive? Let me hear you do your best live with Drive, Steve Roessler imitation. Let's hear it.
All right, here we go.
It's probably going to be the biggest hit. Yeah, do your hair.
I can't do nothing to this camera. Let's see what I could do here. Let's see if I can get my hair to look a little bigger for
you. There you go. Oh, I love it. See, could be a TikTok trend here.
Are you ready to go live with Drive?
There you go. All right, it's close.
I love you, Steve. And you know what we got to do before we get out of here? We got to drop F-bombs that don't offend the moms. It's the three F's: forgive, the focus, and the fly. Let's do this and let's roll out, brother. Hands on your shoulders on the count of three. Forgive, focus, fly. 1, 2, 3. Forgive, focus, fly, and keep growing, keep growing. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate you, all you car guys and car gals out there. Thank you so much. If you know somebody who needs to see the show, tag them, share this to them, because I'm going to tell you there's some really good information that you guys need to hear, and make sure that you get set up in your stores. Whether you're using DriveCentric or any other CRM, it's important to have these types of things moving forward in your store too. See y'all soon. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you. I'll holla at you. Peace.